Hey, BookTube. Happy Friday! I hope that your week has been well. I hope that it's been treating you to wonderful reads and all sorts of delicious media. Welcome to my really quick Friday reads video where I'm just going to drop a line and tell you guys what it is that I'm currently consuming. I'm reading 3 books and at the moment 1 fanfic, although I have a feeling that a fanfic binge is kind of creeping on. So the first thing I'm reading is actually an audiobook that I just started, and it's the first book in the Love, Sugar, Magic series by Anna Mariano. It's called A Dash of Trouble, and it is promising to be so absolutely delightful. Kay recommended this to me. She was listening to it and she was walking around the house just like saying phrases in Spanish, which is not something that she normally does. So I was like, what are you doing? And she told me about this book that she was listening to and it sounds delightful. It's about a girl whose family owns a chocolate shop or a candy shop or I think it might be a bakery. I just started, but it's called Amor y Azúcar, which in Spanish means love and sugar. And basically, her family is a family of witches, but she doesn't know that yet, or she's not supposed to know that yet. You're not supposed to know that till you come of age. She hasn't come of age yet, so she finds that out, and it leads to apparently all kinds of like twists and shenanigans. It's the first book in a series, and I am just like so completely excited to get to it. It also apparently has really cute illustrations, which I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on. Obviously, I won't be able to see them right now because I'm listening to the audio, but I do have a hold for the physical book at my library. And so when that comes in, I'll be able to like flip through it and see all the wonderful illustrations. If they look anything like the cover design, I am like super, super here for it and super, super into it. The next book that I'm reading is Thief of Shadows, which is the 4th book in the Maiden Lane series by Elizabeth Hoyt. Guys, I have apparently found the next romance series that I'm just going to mainline, and it's the Maiden Lane series. I picked up Wicked Intentions, or got my hold on the Wicked Intentions audiobook like 10 days ago, and I'm already on book 4, which like it's a fairly decent clip. I have basically been listening to these books kind of nonstop, just in general. I'm so here for them. They are Regency romance that take place in Maiden Lane at a foundling's home, and the proprietress is kind of the main character of the first one, and we also meet several like characters who are introduced as time goes on. One of them being the brother who helps oversee and run the foundling home, who is the main character, who is the hero of this 4th book that I'm reading. These books are the like perfect blend of angst and romance, and there's like this kind of masked superhero vigilante person who haunts the lanes of St. Giles, but like he's not everything that you think that he is. And it is just, they're so delightful. They're so juicy. There's lots of like betrayals and backstories and, like I said, angst, which is just like all of what I am here for. If you know me at all, it feels very much so like the published traditional equivalent of the fan fiction that I really like to read. So I really, really love it. If that's something that interests you, the audio narration is really great. The audio narrator manages to handle both male and female voices really well, which is something that I can get kind of picky about. And it's very important because obviously in a romance novel, there are usually 2, if not more, perspectives of differing genders. So yeah, the other and final book that I'm actually reading is One Salt Sea by Seanan McGuire. Finally, I am slowly working my way through all of the October Day books. This is book number 5. This is also the book after which there start being short stories available. So as soon as I finish One Salt Sea, I'm going to go read the short story that was published after it. I really like this book. This book is a Selkie book. It's about a basically war that has arisen between the land of like the landed fairies and the ocean dwelling members of the Fae. Guys, you know I love Selkie stuff, and it's just so good. It's so good. It's the 5th book in a series, so there's like not a ton I can say that won't like kind of sort of spoil other things that have already happened. But I love the October Day books. I love this series as something that you can kind of pick up. Like once you get started, you can kind of pick up and read them when you have time. And she does a really great job of kind of like reacclimating you to the universe each time while also moving the plot along really, really well. I love them a lot. I also love Tybalt. I have very deep feelings about Tybalt. Please come find me. I love him a lot. And I just like have very mixed feelings about the way that the relationship is unfolding there. Please don't spoil me, but if you just want to come thirst with me about Tybalt as a fictional character, please know that you can always do that. And then the last thing I'm reading is a piece of fan fiction. It's an oldie but a goodie. It is one that I read several times, and I heard it mentioned on Be the Serpent, which is a new podcast that I found that I'm obsessed with. And they were doing an episode on like story and story structure and narrative and meta narrative and how all of those things work together. And they had 3 like tentpole pieces of media for their episode. One of which was the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. One of which was Hamilton the musical. Then this last one, which was actually the first one they talked about, and the one that I flipped my shit about, is Written by the Victors by Speranza, which is a Stargate Atlantis fic, and I love it so much. Basically, it is a piece of kind of fan fiction / metafiction that is the story of the revolution where Atlantis secedes from Earth. So basically, it takes place at the end of the show, posits a different future where instead of returning the Atlantis ship to Earth, they secede and go live in Pegasus permanently and kind of overthrow this revolution. But it's the story of that told through these meta texts, like actually written like quotes and excerpts from like textbooks and historical narratives and biographies of the characters written by all of these like fictional created academics. So it's like this really fascinating interplay between narrative and how historians make narrative, hence the title Written by the Victors, and different conflicting academic and meta narrations and how that shapes story and what we understand. And it's just like, it's such a wonderful piece of fiction in terms of the way that it's structured, and it's so fascinating in the way that it comments on story and how we make story, that even if you have like a zero / only passing familiarity with Stargate Atlantis, I really recommend that you go like find it and read it. I love it so much. I'll link it down below. I love Speranza. I just love it so much, and I feel like a Stargate Atlantis binge is coming back on. I've already made tentative plans to watch the show again because I am a trash can. But I love being a trash panda, and I hope that you'll come and join me. That's my Friday reads, guys. It's always longer than it's supposed to be, but please tell me down below what you're reading and what you're enjoying in the past week and for the week coming up ahead. And until next week, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have happy reading. Bye.